going on YouTube? It's Patrick coming to you live with the classic low budget recording stuff or whatever. Yeah, this is your delayed Monday Night Raw review from December 15th. Yeah, it was the 15th. Sorry for the delayed lateness of the Raw review. I had finals this week. I had a final on Monday and two on Wednesday. So it was definitely the final part of the semester. So yeah, this was my finals week, so that's why I haven't posted any videos. So, oh well, let's jump right into the Raw review. And I've got some little notes over here, so bear with me here if I look away from the camera, like right now, like I'm looking away right now. So, yeah, I'm a little cuckoo. Okay, so the first match we had on Raw was it was Kelly and Melina against Beth Phoenix and Jillian, or as Santino would say, Beth the Phoenix. Um, it was an okay women's match. I mean, it wasn't like a great women's match or anything. It's kind of hard to have a great women's match, it seems like these days. But it was alright. Basically, the winners were Kelly, and Melina. They won. Kelly hit a roll up, I think. I think it was on Jillian Hall. She hit a roll up on her for the 3 count. Seems how they end a lot of matches these days with frickin' roll ups. Um, One thing I want to note during this match, like Michael Cole said something about Kelly being the hardest hitting diva. Um, hey, frickin' Michael Cole, you ever seen Beth Phoenix wrestle? She fucking beats the shit out of women when she wrestles. Yeah, you might want to get out of the frickin' chess club and actually like look around or something. Of course, he probably loses in chess, but I wouldn't know. I don't know how to play chess. So, but yeah, that was the first match, and then um, after that or something, I think like Beth Phoenix and Jillian like kind of jumped Kelly for a second or something, and then there was an explosion of fire and hellfire and brimstone. Kane comes down to the ring, and I don't remember if they cut to a commercial break or not, but like basically like when we came back, like what happened? Well, basically like Kane was looking at Kelly, and Kelly's like backing away into the ring corner, slowly backing away, you know, instead of getting out of the ring like anybody smart would or something. Apparently, like when someone comes out, they forget that they can like just get out of the ring whenever. So, but yeah, that was going on, and then Kane basically chased her to the back, and well, let's see what else happened. So yeah, that's going on backstage. He's chasing her for a while. Jamie Noble walks up to him and he's like, "Hey, what's up, Kane? You know why I haven't been on TV much lately?" And Kane's like, "Get the hell out of my way!" and shoves him out of the way. And basically, like, kind of gets corners Kelly into a room or something, to do his thing. But I'll get back to that a little bit later. Um, Next match we have on here is like uh, Rey Mysterio versus Deuce. No. He cut a promo. He's like, "I'm the son of Jimmy Fly, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, and I want to be known as Sim Snuka." Sim Snuka, like frickin' the Sim games or something. He should have been. It's too bad, he wasn't called Skim Snuka because it would have been a milky name for him or something. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call him Skim Snuka. That sounds kind of cool. So we got Rey Mysterio versus Skim Snuka. Actually, wasn't a bad match at all. It was kind of back and forth. They're trying to guess, do this new thing with Deuce or something. Skim Snuka, trying to do like a little storyline with him, which is all right. I kind of wonder if they're gonna put him into the Orton Priceless angle. Put him with them because he's second generation or something. But basically, the match was no contest. Mysterio did like a jumping high risk move or something on Snuka, and then Priceless was at ringside and they shoved him. They shoved Mysterio and started attacking him, and then basically they were beating him down for a little bit, and then or they were trying to beat him down, and then Mysterio sneaks out of the ring thinking he's all smart and shit, and then frickin' Mike Knox jumps him from behind and clubs him a little bit, and then hits him with his frickin' finishing move on the floor, which is pretty kind of sick looking, but pretty cool. Kudos to Mysterio going with that move. I don't even think they have a name for that move. They're like, "Oh, what a devastating maneuver that is." Here's an idea for you. His name's Mike Knox. School of Hard Knocks. It's his fucking name. Move goes with him. School of Hard Knocks. You know, if they don't call it that, if they call it like something dumb like the knocks out, like I think frickin' Damley was calling it, they're fucking mistaken. So, yeah, that was going on. We come back from a commercial break, and Kane's like still talking to Kelly, and basically he's like, what was it? He was like, "We did the slammies together," and then he's like, "I think you have a thing for me." Yeah, he's like being all evil and shit. And Kelly's like, "No, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything." Uh, Apparently WWE forgot they like did a storyline like this a couple years ago. Remember when they did Kane and Lita, and then Kane got Lita pregnant, and then freaking Snitsky, killed the baby. It wasn't my fault or something. Yeah, apparently it was the fault line's fault or something. That was a dumb storyline. Looks like they're bringing that back. Why? Why? Didn't really work before. Why are they doing it again? Okay, so that's going on. Let's see what was next. Orton promo. Orton's basically like, "Oh, Batista got lucky. He got lucky or whatever. But the next time we step into the ring, I'm gonna roll an eight-sided dice, and it's gonna land on an eight or whatever for 8 hit points of damage, and I'm gonna kill him or something." Or when he didn't say that, but when he's saying that, um, Batista shows up, all shaking or whatever, and he's like, so, like, you don't want to go again or something. And then when he's saying that, Orton freaking bitch slaps him. He also hit Todd Grisham too, which was pretty funny. He fucking bitch slaps him, and then Batista starts chasing Orton out of the ring. They're about ready to go at it, and then Priceless jumps Batista from behind. They start beating him down, and then Cena runs out, to save the day, Mr. fucking Superman. And they chases him off or whatever. And before they even made the match, they're just like, "Oh, looks like we're gonna have a 3-on-2 handicap match," but that didn't match wasn't made till later. Oh yeah, a little side note. So I guess Priceless and Orton are calling themselves Legacy. Why don't they just call them like New Generation or something? Because of the whole fact that they're second and third generation superstars. Legacy. Yeah, good one, WWE. Legacy. Okay. Um, Hang on a second. That was my iTunes saying there's a new version available, which I wouldn't know because I don't upgrade. Okay. Because the more you upgrade, the more fucked up it seems to get. At least for me, anyways. Alright, so what else we got? I don't know. Freaking, like, Batista and Cena, I think, were talking or something, and then Grisham tells him that Stephanie McMahon made the match. She obviously couldn't tell him herself because she was too busy doing something. I don't know. Okay, so then we come back to the ring, and we have it's scheduled to be Jericho versus Table Saw Jim Duggan. Like to give props to Saulman and the Shame for coming up with Table Saw, Hacky Sack, coming up with those names. And then Jericho comes out in his suit, and he's like, talking about that, like, he should be, he's the superstar of the year, and he should be, getting championship matches, or at least facing somebody that's, in his league and worthy of his time or whatever, and basically making fun of Table Saw Duggan about him being like, washed up has been, and, you know, why is he still wrestling? That's actually a good question. Why is he still wrestling? Do you want to see him in the ring? Do I want to see him in the ring? No. Why is he still wrestling? I don't know. But basically, yeah, Jericho runs him down and then leaves. That's a pretty fucking cool promo, actually. Jericho cuts a lot of good promos. Let's see what else happened next. Let's see. Basically, Kane's still threatening Kelly. Um, Basically, he's like, "Oh, you're seeing someone or whatever, seeing someone," and then, Kelly's like, and then he's like, "Who is it? Who is it?" And then she tells him during the commercial break, and we'll get back to that a little bit later. Let's see. Next thing we have, Regal comes out with Layla. Layla's looking fine.